There are over 600 cryptocurrency exchanges in the world, and if you're coming into crypto or if you just look into a new exchange, it can be difficult to decide where to put your money. Fefe, where can I trade perpetual futures? Where can I trade options? Where can I trade spot? Is it KYC required? Can I use it from Canada? Well, all these questions will be answered in this show, because in this show, I'm gonna look at 6 cryptocurrency exchanges plus one, a decentralized exchange, to show you where it might be a great idea for you to start trading, investing, or just simply holding your crypto. There are a billion ways to make money in crypto, and I'm on a mission to find them all. My name is Fefe, and as you know, if I find something, I share it with you. So if I make money, you can make money too. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. You get the best crypto alpha in the world on this channel. If you're returning, I appreciate if you smash the like button, and let me know in the comment section what you think of this show. I read and reply to every single comment in the first 48 hours. So let's jump into the show. Guys, I know how difficult it is. I have been there. I know how it is to choose a platform, whether they are safe, whether they have liquidity, whether there is a pair that I'm looking for. So let's deep dive into a little bit into how to choose an exchange and what makes an exchange great. Number one, you want to think about volume and liquidity. So when you go onto CoinGecko, you can filter for exchanges, and then you can just click on crypto exchanges. This will show you the 24-hour volume on the spot trading. So this does not include leverage. If you go here, you will see derivatives. That's what includes leverage trading as well. But obviously the highest volume exchange, it actually filters it based on volume. The highest volume exchange means that that's the place where people trade the most. So as you go down on the list, you will be able to see what exchanges have the most volume. Now, higher volume can also be very tricky, because through wash trading, shady exchanges can make it to the top here as well. CoinGecko actually has a very great process of filtering that out, but just so you know, volume itself does not mean that the exchange is safe and great, but that can be a great indication if you're looking for an exchange. So for derivatives, if for example you want to trade futures, you can see Binance and Bybit on top. We're going to talk about both of them in a second. And if you look at crypto exchanges, you will see that we've got Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin already at the top as well. So that's number one, consider volume and liquidity. Number two, you got to consider regulations. Now, regulators are cracking down on crypto like crazy, and that means that the exchange that you might have used, for example, Binance, was a non-KYC platform, but now they are. Bybit has been a non-KYC platform, but now they are. Maxi, for example, has not been a KYC exchange, but now literally just now starting to implement KYC for new users. So you always have to check where you're from in the world, whether you have any restrictions. For example, if you're in the United States, you can't use most of these exchanges. You have to use, for example, Coinbase, where you do have to submit your ID and do a know your customer or KYC verification, and that will allow you to use the platform. So it's two things you got to pay attention to. Number one, do you need to do KYC? It's important to consider that, because when you do KYC, you submit your ID. That means that the exchanges already have all the details of your trading that gets submitted to the tax authorities. So from that regulatory perspective as well, you have to understand. And second, there are country restrictions. So a lot of times you want to use a platform, maybe you would also be happy to KYC because you don't mind being tracked or seen by the authorities, because you are paying your taxes as you really should, but the exchange is not available in your country. For example, in India, a lot of platforms are blocked, and you are not able to reach the platforms at all. Number three, you want to look at trading options, and not options trading, but trading options, which means what kind of options are available on this exchange. If I just want to buy and hold, would Bybit or Maxi be the best choice for me? If I want to perpetual trade on 100x leverage, could I really do that on Binance? Or if I just want to do options trading, could I really do that on Gate.io? Well, this is what you really have to think about. Use different exchanges for different purposes. If you just want to hold and buy, you want to go for an exchange that is extremely regulated. We're talking about a Coinbase or Binance. If you want to start trading, you want to look at something where a lot of pairs are available, great fees for leverage trading, and as we discussed, great liquidity and volume. So choose the exchange based on the needs that you have, what you want to do on the exchange. And when we're talking about trading, the second thing you want to consider is fees, because you have to know that by trading cryptocurrencies, you will need to pay a fee. Although, as I did the research, I saw the fees don't really differentiate, especially if you're trading perpetuals or spot. There are some exchanges that are a little bit cheaper. And when I say cheaper, in some exchanges, you can trade leverage for 0.05% fee. And on another exchange, you can trade it for 0.0 0.035. So the difference is not that big, although if you are moving larger funds, it can add up. So you always want to double check the fee structure on the exchange that you are planning to use, and check the fee structure on the purpose that you're going to use it for. If you use it for spot, for example, on some exchanges, you have to pay 0% fee if you go from USDT to Bitcoin, or if you go to USDT to Ethereum. And if you do leverage trading, you will have different fees on different exchanges. Next up is super important: user-friendly interface and user experience. So it doesn't matter if an exchange has 2,000 pairs if it's a pain in the to use it. So you want to make sure that you pick a platform that has a mobile application that is optimized, that is great, that is up to date, is not freezing all the time. You want an exchange that is not going down every second day and you can access it from wherever you're in the world. You want one that is fast, that is reliable. When you hit a stop loss, the stop loss gets triggered and put in. So overall, what you want to rely on is user experience and the tech behind the exchange. So you want to make sure that when you pick an exchange for the purpose that you're using it for, it needs to live up to the expectations and has to have a great user interface. And lastly, but very, very importantly, if you're trading, you have to understand that by using different exchanges, you will see different charts as well. The reason is because of liquidity and volume, different charts will show a different picture. So for example, if you look at this chart, you will see that we had a massive liquidation event on the 5th of March. And on Binance, on the top chart, you see Binance, and on the bottom, you see Kraken. If you look at the chart here, the bottom on Binance on the same day, on the same liquidation event, on the same dump was 57,442. However, on Kraken, the same dump only went down to 59,150. So especially if you were a trader and you follow someone or you set stop losses, for example, you're involved in a paid group or whatever that is, and you want to set your stop losses and you see that the stop loss for them, for example, is 58,000, but you set it to 58,000 and you trade on a different exchange, you can get burned that way. So always consider, if you are a part of a group or if you're looking at a chart, that you are looking at a chart that is from the exchange that you're trading on. So different exchanges have different charts with different levels, different liquidity. Always, always, always make sure to check that. By the way, talking about liquidity, and if this thing is a little bit too much for you, make sure to check out my trading channel. I teach you how to trade in a professional way. I have a separate channel. It's called the 100X Club. There is a link in the description. Click there. I see you on my lives, hopefully today or tomorrow. And now that we got this out of the way, let's talk about exchanges. Now, first one is going to be Binance. The reason why I'm going to talk about Binance is because Binance is the leading exchange in the world. As you see on CoinGecko, as we saw both on the crypto exchange side and the derivative side, Binance is on the top. Basically on derivatives is almost double, and on the spot side, it's almost triple as the underdog, which is Bybit. So Binance is a very reliable platform. What is interesting about Binance that you could hear of is that they had a very big court case with the SEC, which actually they lost. They had to pay a hefty fine, and CZ, the icon, a very big iconic figure in the industry, had to step down as CEO and basically seems like step away from crypto as well. What is important here to know is that the deal from that court case included that the US government has an oversight of Binance operations. That's just my personal opinion. Nothing is financial advice, but Binance is safest than anything else out there because of this. The likelihood of them going under while having the oversight on their shoulder from the US government is, I think it's very small. Obviously, you should never keep your long-term holds on an exchange, but if you are a beginner and you want to buy crypto and you just want to get a taste in the industry, this could be a great option. They have great fees as well. For Bitcoin and Ethereum pairs, you pay 0% fee on spot. They are very friendly on trading as well. They have spot, they have margin and perpetuals, they have peer-to-peer trading, they have trading bots. I'm going to talk about that. There are better options in my opinion. There is an earn option on the platform as well, meaning that you can lock your coins and earn some funds. Again, if you want to keep your money on an exchange and earn funds from your holdings, this could be a great idea. I actually made a video about this, how you can earn passive income from your long-term holds. Check it out. It's up here. It's definitely worth it. First of all, it's not available everywhere in the world. So for example, in the United States, you're not able to use Binance.com. You're only able to use the Binance US website, and you will need to submit your ID. So they will have oversight on everything you do and can connect it to your government ID. And in a case of a subpoena or whatever that is, they can give out your data to your local government. So it's very important to know that. Also, guys, I just want to bring it to your attention that it will be a lot of information to consume. And of course, I can't deep dive into every single platform, but I have a table that I tweeted out on my Twitter profile, X profile. There is a link in the description to my post, and that compares all the exchanges to each other, comparing fees, comparing availability, KYC and whatnot. Click on the profile, check it out. And if you're there, I would really appreciate it if you smash the follow, you won't regret it. Let's go to the next one, which is gonna be Bybit. Now, Bybit is the underdog, but not really the underdog. Now, Bybit is used by traders worldwide. It's an absolutely incredible platform in my opinion. They have the widest variety of offerings. When I say offerings, I mean you can do spot trading, margin trading, leverage trading, options trading, pre-market trading, so coins that hasn't launched yet. You can do peer-to-peer trading. You have trading bots, copy trading. So Bybit very much focuses on traders, and they are pretty good at it. So they've been here some time now. They have trading competitions, and again, as I said, a bunch of features for traders. Also important to know that on their website, they have this tool discovery, they have Trade GPT, they have a lot of additional stuff. Again, I can't go through everything, but what I use Bybit for is trading. So if you want to get into trading, Bybit can be a great beginner spot. But again, it's very, very complex in terms of the offering that they have. What I do like about Bybit a lot is that they have a bank card option, and that means that you can request a bank card from Bybit and you can spend your crypto from your Bybit account. So if you want to trade, for example, and you make some profit, you don't have to transfer that funds to your bank account and then wait for it and spend all the fees and whatnot. You can just put it on your Bybit card or your funding account on Bybit and spend that money straight away with your MasterCard or Visa card. Now, obviously, there are a bunch of tax implications, so check out the video that I made on taxation. You don't want to, the taxman will catch you, so pay attention to that. Bybit, from all these that I explained, is obviously KYC required. That means that they do require you to submit your ID in order to be able to trade. And also, unfortunately, in a lot of European countries and in America and in a lot of other countries around the world, they are not available. So if that means that if you want to trade from Bybit, you have to check your restrictions. There is a link in the description. You can click on there, and if it is opening up and you can sign up, then it means you can use the platform. And also, guys, very important, there are affiliate links to all these platforms down in the description. I truly appreciate if you use them. It costs you nothing, and you get extra bonuses by using our link. And let's talk about the true trading underdog, which is Bluefin. Now, I am in love with Bluefin. If you follow my content, you know that I trade on Bluefin. They're quite new in the industry, not that known. However, I personally know some members of the team. They are extremely innovative. They're very fast. They're hungry, and I personally love Bluefin a lot. And there is one more thing that is worth for you to try Bluefin. I'm going to tell you in a second. But Bluefin is specifically designed for trading. So if you want to leverage trade on higher leverages, so for example, you can do 100, 125, 150x leverage on Bitcoin and certain pairs, or if you want to trade with a reliable platform, this could be the place. They are non-KYC. That means you don't have to KYC on this platform. They are available basically anywhere in the world. Very important that I really like about them as an addition is that they do not keep your crypto, so they are not custodying for you. They have a third-party custodian, and that means that the exchange gets hacked, the exchange gets bankrupt, your crypto should in theory be safe. And that means that it's not, for example, if you keep your crypto on other platforms, if they go think about FTX, probably if you're in crypto you have a little bit of PTSD hearing that, but if you have an exchange that keeps your funds, Bluefin does not keep your fund. They custody at a third-party custodian. Now, very important, if you sign up to Bluefin or Bybit using the link in the description, you qualify for the Gummy airdrop. Yes, Banter is launching a meme coin called Gummy on Sol. It's gonna be extremely incredible. We're not gonna raise any funds. There will be no pre-sales, whatever that is. You can get it through an airdrop, or you will be able to purchase it on the market. By getting the airdrop, the only thing you need to do is to use the links in the description, sign up, and you immediately qualify if you deposit $100. It's literally taking you 10 minutes. You can qualify for the airdrop, and you can test out a pretty cool platform. So click in the description and try them out for yourself. Now, because I mentioned that they're non-KYC, I really want to bring you a little bit of interesting thing here, which is Evo. Now, Evo is a decentralized perpetual trading platforms. So that means that basically you can take your MetaMask wallet that is self-custodian. So that means that you hold the keys. There is no centralized entity. You can hook it up with Evo and trade on a decentralized exchange, trade leverage, trade options, trade pre-market tokens. So it's absolutely incredible. I made a complete tutorial on Evo. Check it out here. It's on Banter Plus. If you're not on Banter Plus, you're missing out. So you got to subscribe there as well. But if you want to do a decentralized if you want to trade options and future and perpetual and pre-market tokens in a decentralized manner where you don't have to KYC, available worldwide, and you still keep your own funds, Evo is the place to be. Again, if you sign up for Evo, down in the description, you also get a qualification for the airdrop, so worth doing it. And by the way, I didn't actually say that, but more exchanges, so you can sign up for Bybit, Bluefin, and Evo and get 3 times the airdrop that you would get. So it's not like one platform and then you get it one time. It's like you get it for each, you get an allocation for each platform. So it's worth testing them all. I have a full tutorial. The reason why I brought Evo in here, because they are absolutely incredible. It's a decentralized platform. I always thought like, okay, decentralized, it's not gonna have enough liquidity. It's not gonna be fast enough. It's not gonna have enough volume. It's gonna be a horrible user experience thinking about MetaMask, but they are absolutely insane. So I would really invite you to check it out. You can connect your wallet. I don't wanna go into details. As I said, I have a tutorial, but what you see here looks like a centralized exchange, but it is a decentralized exchange available from anywhere in the world. So go and check them out as well. So let's talk about BitGet. BitGet is the next exchange that I want to mention. First of all, they are very regulated as well. And that means that technically, in theory, among all the exchanges, they should be very safe as well. All the exchanges I talk about should be safe in theory. So nobody can really say we thought FTX was safe and then we saw what happened. But if you have to choose an exchange, I would recommend you use one of the exchanges that I've been talking about. BitGet could be one. Now, BitGet is taking things in a very professional manner. Also when it comes to regulations, also when it comes to the platform speed and the integration, the user interface, the user experience, they take everything very seriously. You can come onto the website, basically sign up here. BitGet does require KYC, as I said, because they are also very well regulated. They do require KYC. They're not available anywhere around the world, so you have to see if they are available in your jurisdictions. They do have 630 plus cryptocurrencies. I actually read that it's over 700. I think they didn't update the platform. I think it's 750 plus cryptocurrencies. They have 20 million registered users, 130,000 elite traders. That's based on trading volume and P&L. If you come here, you will see all the functions. You can find OTC markets. You can see earn, lots and lots and lots of earn products, different staking, saving, crypto loans, shark fin, a lot of very interesting earning things on BitGet. They got bots, very great bots. BitGet is actually very big on bots and implementing and developing bots. And also they are leaders in copy trading as well. So if you would be interested in copy trading, I don't necessarily recommend copy trading. We can try it as well in one video. If you want me to test it, let me know in the description. I do not personally recommend copy trading. If you want to do copy trading, we can make a video on it. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see that video. But if you want to try copy trading, I think that BitGet could be the best place because of liquidity, because the way they're set up, because the system doesn't allow. On other exchanges, I saw that when a copy trader gets into a position, because of the low liquidity and because the way that the bot is designed, the guys who copy the trader get in much later and much higher prices, and that can wreck. Even though the trader is profitable and it shows it's profitable, the people who follow are not profitable because they get wrecked through this. So they obviously do normal trading as well, spot, futures, margin trading, and much more. So it's interesting to check out BitGet as well. But I know you guys are complete degens, and I know you want to buy in early on projects that you could not necessarily buy in on these major exchanges we've talked about. Well, I got you. So I brought you to centralized exchanges that list a lot of small cap coins, over 2,000 coins per exchange, where you can get in. Obviously, the risk with these exchanges are going to be high as well. I want to talk about this in a second, but the reason why I'm bringing them in here is because one of the gems that you could get on these exchanges is Opulus. Now, Opulus is today's sponsor, but as you know, I only bring in sponsors that I genuinely, truly believe in. And this is something absolutely incredible. If you follow my content, you know that I like to use the synonym for Robinhood, right? So, I mean, not Robinhood the exchange, but Robinhood the actual character, because I love when we get the money from from the big guys and spread it out in a decentralized manner to you and me and average folks. So that's exactly what 𝗨𝗡𝗚 is doing in the music industry. So they basically leverage the advantages of blockchain technology by connecting artists, people who create music, with early stage investors, people who are interested in investing in a very early stage, basically investing in a career of an artist. Now, how would these guys get famous in a normal way is that they play music, they send their records to a label, that label picks them up for fraction, you know, like basically pennies. They make them successful because they distribute their music, and they pay a tiny amount for them, for the actual creator, and they don't benefit. Now, with the help of 𝗨𝗡𝗚, they could spread the word about themselves, get early stage investors or people like you and me invest through the blockchain into the albums and into the music and into the art that they create. And then when they make it in the industry and when they generate revenue from their music, they can distribute it back to the investors. Now, how they do that is actually super interesting. First of all, they have something called MFT, which is music fungible tokens. So when you can go into their website, and when you click on MFT, you will see the assets. These are the assets. Unfortunately, I actually literally wanted to come here. I wanted to buy, probably there will be more, but these all got completed. What you can do here is that you can purchase into an artist album. So for example, here is Navy. If you come here, it will pull up the website and it says that she's seeking for $15,000. She got it completed from 24 buyers, and they will show what the reward will be down here when they start generating revenue. But listen to this. So basically these guys can upload their music here, get it crowdfunded through the blockchain, and distribute the rewards when they make money from their music. As you come down, you will see some kind of calculation here on how much share will you get from the revenue generated if you invest in a project. When you go back to the main site, you can click here on MFT, you can go on sales, and then you will be able to filter for pre-sales, active sales, and completed. You are basically able to become a record label by yourself in investing through all these projects. And of course, as any great blockchain project, they do have staking option, and they do have a token. Again, it's a staking with utility. So it's token with utility. I'm going to talk about the token in a second, but if you buy the token, you are able to stake your token. The APY is 5 to 15% depending on where you stake. You can click here, you can see the staking period, how long you got to stake, from 15 to 60 days. That's what the APY will depend on. It is 𝗨𝗡𝗚, that's the name of the token. It has 115 million market cap, which is the perfect size, in my opinion. It's the perfect level, in my opinion, for it to start having exponential growth. So if you think that the whole industry and the whole music and the whole blockchain, mixed with helping the artist and letting people or giving people the opportunity to invest in early stage, have potential, then this can be a great play. The fully diluted valuation is 126 million. Their token has actually performed pretty decently. It basically, from, I don't know why it says 0. I think it's kind of messed up here on CoinGecko, but if you look at it, it went from $0.11 up to like 0.3, so it almost tripled in a month's time. They are picking up speed. What I do recommend, if you are interested in the project, is go onto their website. There is a link in the description. Check it out. They have a resources page. They have a blog. Also, they have a complete section on 𝗨𝗡𝗚. They have a video. The history on the team is completely dogs. So check this out. Talking about the token, where you can buy the token, you can click on markets, and you will see that you will be able to buy it on 𝗥𝗟𝗡 and 𝗟𝗢𝗅, and that is exactly the exchanges that I'm going to talk about now. So I'm going to take these two exchanges and put them in one bucket, basically. I don't want to offend anybody, but for me, 𝗥𝗟𝗡 and 𝗟𝗢𝗅 in the same bucket, and that is the DGEM bucket. For me, 𝗥𝗟𝗡 and 𝗟𝗢𝗅 are very good places to get into early projects in a centralized exchange. So for example, if you do not know how to handle, or you're not confident handling a decentralized wallet, if you're not confident handling Ethereum and different chains and buying on this chain and using this wallet and whatnot, then you should check out my DeFi video, which is up here. But if you're not checked it and if you don't want to spend time with it, 𝗥𝗟𝗡 and 𝗟𝗢𝗅 usually lists most of the projects in quite an early stage. So if you want to find an early stage project on a centralized exchange, these are the places to go. Now, something to consider with 𝗥𝗟𝗡 and 𝗟𝗢𝗅, and again, It's just my personal opinion. You can take it with a pinch of salt. But for me, I'm not confident keeping money on Maxi and Gate.io as I'm confident in keeping on Binance, Bybit, and Bluefin. So that can be personal preference as well, but just to keep in mind, they are not as established players in the industry as Binance and as Bybit, but they are a very, very good place to start getting into degen tokens and buy the tokens in an early stage using a centralized exchange. They also have basically no fees. So Maxi started playing around with fees now, but the fees are extremely low. That can also be an advantage because then you can get into these tokens on a very, very low fee. However, that's also a red flag for me because if they don't make money on fees, how they make money? That's the big question we all gotta ask if we interact with any of these exchanges. But again, I love Maxi and Gate.io for the purpose they are. As I said in the beginning of this video, you have to treat each exchange with the purpose in mind that you want to use them for. And guys, thank you so much for watching and truly appreciate you. I hope that you have a little bit better understanding on what exchange you might be able to use on what occasion and for what purpose. And if you did, smash the like button. Let me know in the comment section. Follow me on Twitter, comment, interact with me. I interact with you there back and forth in the comments. And I believe I will see you in the next one.